Hello. In today's video, we're going to learn how to solve quadratics by factoring. This is going to be part one of two videos, and today we're only going to focus on easier quadratics. So let's look at the first example. 3x squared plus 5x equals 0. You might notice that we're missing the constant. If that is the case, we can actually solve this by common factoring. I look for any common factors between 3x squared and 5x, and in this case is going to be x. So I'm going to factor out x, and inside the bracket, I'm going to be left with 3x plus 5, and that equals to 0. So after that, we're going to have each of these multiples equal to 0, set them both equal to 0, and we're going to solve for each of them. So for x equals 0, this is already solved, but I still need to solve for the other one. So I solve it, and I get negative 5 over 3. So for my quadratic here, I have two answers, x equals 0 and x equals negative 5 over 3. Let's look at the second example. So for this second example, I have to solve it by making two brackets, since we have a constant term here. So what I need to think are two numbers that multiply to 12 and add to 7. In this case, it's going to be 4 and 3. So I'm going to write x plus 4 times x plus 3 and equal to 0. And once again, after I factor, I'm going to set each multiple equal to 0. And I'm going to solve for x. So for our answers here, we're going to have x equals negative 4 and x equals negative 3. In this third and final example, we're going to combine common factoring and factoring into two brackets. So first, I recognize that all of my terms here in this equation can be divided by 4. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I'm going to be left with x squared plus 4x minus 12 equals to 0. After this common factoring, I'm going to factor once again, but this time making two brackets. So I think to myself, what multiplies to negative 12 and adds to negative 4? That's going to be negative 2 and 6. Since negative 2 times 6 equals to negative 12, and negative 2 plus 6 equals to 4. And once I do that, I'm going to set each bracket equal to 0, and I'm going to solve for each one. So x equals to 2, and x equals negative 6. So those are going to be my two answers for this quadratic here. Thank you for watching the video. Please stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to solve harder quadratics.